Welcome back to Cord Cutting Today, where we break down some of the biggest stories happening in the world of cord cutting and give you my opinion on them. Stories like today, 30% of remaining cable TV subscribers reportedly plan to cancel in 2024. Comcast says they're not at all worried about Cord Cutting 2.0 and 5G home internet. Are they? We'll break that down. And Dish Network has completed its merger and has a new name and new leadership. We'll break this all down, let you know everything's happening with these stories and more here in a second. First though, if you want to learn more about these stories, check out the show notes down below and in the first pinned comment. I'll put a link to each story there so you can read about them for yourself and come up with your own opinions. If you're new here, hey, welcome to our road tripping videos. We're on the road, we're not in the studio, but do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. We do videos like this every Monday through Friday. So with that said, let's dive into the news stories of the day. A survey has found out 30% of remaining cable TV subscribers are looking to cancel cable TV in 2024. Now, again, this is not about 30% of Americans. It's 30% of cable TV subscribers, which is reportedly now less than half of American households out there. This comes from DISQO. If that says something, that's like a, sorry, I don't know how to say it. But DISQO did the study for 3,000 adults. The study finds that 58% are streaming subscribers would keep their current offerings. 21% expects to increase the number of subscriptions, and 21% of them expects to reduce the number of subscribers out there on the streaming side. So that raised a question for me to you. So 30% of cable TV subscribers are looking to cancel. 21% of cord cutters are looking to cut back on how much streaming they pay for. Have you done that? Are you subscribing to fewer services? Are you looking to do that in 2024? Leave me a comment. Let me know, what is your plans for 2024? Are you cutting back? Are you adding more? Or are you just happy with what you have? I'm happy with what I have, but I rotate a lot. So I have a few core services I have, and then I rotate. You know, hey, there's a new Lower Deck season in Paramount. Let's get Paramount and binge watch Paramount content. Maybe there's something on Max next month I want. So I cancel Paramount Plus and I get Max for a month to binge watch everything there. So I rotate a lot. Do you do that? Are you coming back? Are you paying for more? Let me know. I'd love to hear from you. All right, Comcast is again kind of scoffing at cord cutting, this time with Cord Cutting 2.0. If you remember back around 2015, 2016, a lot of cable TV companies were like, cord cutting is just a couple kids in their mom's basement. I actually heard some cable executives say that. We're not concerned about cord cutting. It's really not happening. What we're seeing is just, some people who don't want to move out of their parents' basement. I will always remember that. These kids who don't want to move out of their parents' basement, they're paying for streaming and they're not paying for cable because mom and dad are. Well, now they're kind of saying the same thing about Cord Cutting 2.0, which is this idea of you cancel cable television, now you want to cancel cable internet and break free. And we've seen that with a huge growth of 5G home internet in 2023 and projected to continue in 2024. Comcast out there, president said, good news is we're competing against fiber for 20 years. We know how to compete against fiber. He went on to basically say they're not afraid of 5G home internet. Spectrum has basically said the same thing. But yeah, we are expecting, and reports are, both Comcast and Spectrum will lose internet subscribers in the fourth quarter of 2023. We'll have to wait for the official numbers to come out here in about a month or so. We'll get a good idea. But we're going to continue to see this trend, I believe, that we're going to continue to see people cancel home internet in exchange for focusing on 5G, satellite, and other options. If you're not a gamer, you really don't need a whole lot of speed for streaming, and that makes 5G home internet services very appealing. So let me know, have you switched to 5G? What do you think? All right, it's official. We've talked about it for months. Dish Network is no more. The Dish satellite service will remain, and Sling TV is remaining unchanged, but the new company is called EchoStar Communication. So EchoStar and Dish were one company, and I think it was 2008. Somebody, if I'm a little off on that, but somewhere around there, I apologize. The two companies split from being one to have Dish focus on the entertainment side of business and EchoStar to focus on the communication satellite kind of back-end stuff, we'll call it. Well, now they're remerging. This will help Dish pay off some debts. This will help Dish finish their 5G rollout as the company transitions from being a satellite TV company to really focusing heavily on 5G home internet wireless plans. They're now the fourth largest wireless provider with Boost Mobile. So we'll see how this really plays out. But for now, if you're a Sling or Dish customer, nothing is changing on your end. There is new leadership. EchoStar's team is taking over the leadership role for Dish. How that plays out in the years, I don't know. But Dish Network is no more, sadly, as a company. Dish Satellite Service brand will continue to be the brand name for their TV service, and Sling TV will continue to be the name of its streaming service. For now, we'll see if there's any changes in the years to come. All right, some over-the-air television. Now, if you use an antenna, there's some changes happening in several areas. We'll break that down, but if you're not, highly encourage you to check to see if an antenna is right for you. AntennaWeb.org is one, I believe it's AntennaWeb.org.com, I can't remember. Great place, enter your address, see how many channels you can get. There's a few others. Rabbit Ears is another good one out there. Check it out. But if you use an antenna, I get over 50 free channels in my home. A couple new networks launched. Lionsgate and Warner Brothers Discovery and Lionsgate launched in cooperation with Gray Television. Two new over-the-air televisions, the 365 and Outlaw. These are two new networks. They're mostly replacing two networks that just shut down on December 31st. That includes The Circle. Now, The Circle content is moving to streaming. Check out their website. They'll direct you to a streaming app to watch their shows. And Twist, which was a lifestyle channel, a lot of HGTV kind of shows on there. That has shut down. The 360 and been replaced by either the 365 or Outlaw for Circle and the Twist, depending on which market you live in. I'm sure they kind of went down and said, which market do you think would be best for these two with it? But two new over-the-air television stations there, as two more shut down with the Circle and Twist shutting down. Now, we're also seeing the CW get new channels in 3 different markets on January 1st. The CW moved to new markets. You may need a rescan. If you're getting it through a streaming service, you may know it's on a different channel and through cable television. Now, next are the new owners of the CW. They're the vast majority owners of it, are moving the CW affiliates to stations they own in Grand Rapids, Michigan, Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and Panama City, Florida are now on new channels. This probably means slight changes in local programming on the CW, but the national feeds will not change. Again, though, you may need a rescan, you may not, depending on your market. I believe in Grand Rapids, it just flipped out a different station that was in that channel number. But check that out. Some great news. Again, if you don't use an antenna, highly recommend you check that out. Link in the show notes down below. All right. So one of the questions we get all the time is, what is the best free ad-supported legal streaming service for cord cutters? Well, a few things here. We decided, hey, we could tell you, but it's really a personal opinion thing. But what do cord cutters overall like? So we asked over 1,000 of our readers what they thought was the best free streaming service is what we asked. And they said overwhelmingly Pluto TV was it, with 31% of the vote. The Roku channel in second place had 21%. Tubi in third at 28%. Amazon Free Fee at 16%. All other streaming services came in at 2% or less with that. Now, check out the full post in the show notes down below for all the details. But the great thing here, and one that I wanted to bring up, is try them all. They're free. Add them to your Roku, Fire TVs, Apple TVs. They're available on many different platforms out there. Some are on, some not others. It kind of depends on the service. But I highly recommend you do check that out. There's so many great free stuff out there. And this day and age, I often hear people say, oh, it's just old classic shows that no one wants to watch anymore. Maybe true in the past, not so true now. There's really good content on there. Check that out. Link in the show notes down below and in the first pinned comment if you want to find that breakout. All right, let's dive into the question of the day. Now, if you have a question for me, you want me to answer in these videos, I know I didn't do them last week because I pre-recorded those, but I'm back at doing them again. So if you have a question you want to ask me, leave a comment down below in this video. Start off with something like a question for Luke, so I know you want me to answer it in this video. But one of the questions I saw asked in many different formats over the last week is, do I expect a lot more streaming services to merge in 2024? And the answer to that is yes, but I'm not sure how that's going to look. Now, I definitely do expect to see fewer streaming services at the end of the year than I do now. We've already heard talk of a possible Warner Brothers Discovery Paramount merger that would merge Paramount Plus and Max into a single service. We've heard rumors of smaller services being bought up. We know Chicken Soup for the Soul, which owns Redbox, Crackle, and the Chicken Soup for the Soul streaming service, has reportedly explored options to sell some or all of its assets. That could mean that maybe, I don't know, just throwing all around company, Tubi buys up Redbox and integrates Redbox into the Tubi platform. I don't think that's actually going to happen, but that was an example of what could happen. The question is, though, how many will just shut down? There's a very real possibility we're going to see multiple streaming services in 2024 run out of cash as investors become a little bit more cautious. A few years ago, you had a streaming service, investors will line up and throw money at it. Now they're starting to want to say, okay, it's been a long time. We want to start seeing a return on our money. Because of that, we may see more and more services cut back on how much they're getting from investors, force them to become profitable. Some won't be able to continue, and that could cause some services to shut down in 2024. So, do I suspect mergers? Yes. How will that look? I don't know, but I do suspect that by the end of 2024, there'll be fewer services on the market. Let me know, what services do you think will merge? What ones do you think will fail? Leave me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. Until tomorrow, take care, be safe. We'll be back again real soon.